Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you, my fire family? How are you? I hope you're well. So we are looking at the Kipper and the Lenormand today. We're going to toss it together with some tarot and find out what comes out for you for the week ahead. Aries, if you've been here before, if you are my ride or die, you know that I do read for the week ahead. And no matter when you find this, today, tomorrow, next week, next year, it's going to be for the week ahead. So right now, if you are here real time, I am reading for the rest of, I think the last day of September actually, and the rest will be the first week of October. Let's find out what's going on for you. Let's find out what's going on for Aries, please. Oh, something new on deck here. We have a child just popped out. And we have the main male. One more. There we go. Bottom of the deck, we have the courthouse. We do have the child, the main male, and a pathway here. Let's find out what Lenormand has to say about you, Aries. Tell me about Lenormand for Aries. Sun and rising, Venus and Jupiter. Ooh, wow. Look at that. It just popped right out onto the main male here. You could be having a reading about someone who has a man's body. I mean, whether you are feminine or masculine is no business of mine, but I am reading energies here. I'm not reading body parts. Let's find out what's going on here. We've got new love coming into your life here, possibly, Aries. We do have... Yeah, it does feel like, so look, when men and women come up in tarot, please understand that, you know, we're talking about body types, right? So it could be a man, but we don't know what's in there, right? We got feminine and masculine energies, all of us, all humans, plants and animals, we all have feminine and masculine energy. You pick which way you lean, majority feminine, majority masculine. So masculine or feminine here, we do have the main male. It does feel like there's about to be some sort of a new connection. The child is something new, right? The child is young. It's something in its very early stages. It's card number 18. 1 and 8 is a 9. It feels like the main male has been thinking about starting over again or starting something new. We do have the two swans here, and swans do mate for life. The bottom of the deck here, or sorry, the bottom right-hand corner does say the Jack of Hearts, which is the Knight of Cups. So there is sort of a passive energy here. And, you know, I just can't help but look at this here, and I'm thinking like something like the main male is about to start over again, whether you're feminine or masculine. And then we do have the 9 of Wands, but we also have this fox that's looking over its shoulder. Now it's card number 14. 4 and 1 is a 5, so it could be some lack. But when I look at this card, the first energy that I get from that card is somebody's looking over their shoulder, either trying to get away with something, or somebody feels like they're being followed, or they need to look over their shoulder. The 9 of Wands in the bottom right-hand corner tells me that we could be looking at wounded warrior energy. So it feels like, Aries, that for some of you, you could have left an old relationship in the past, but you feel like you still need to look over your shoulder. Look, it doesn't have to be a relationship that is romantic. It could be platonic. It could be a family member, but somebody here feels like they need to look over their shoulder or be really careful because somebody's trying to get away with something here. It feels like you had a hard time, whatever it was, whatever kind of relationship it was. It does feel like it is relationship related. And we do have the 9 of Wands, which tells me that you are the wounded warrior, that this person wounded you, that you've been wounded over and over and over again. I feel like you're about to hit some sort of a new path because the child is here, and that's usually something new or in its very young stages, something that's very, you know, in its infancy, I want to say. And I feel like it's also because it's card 18, it feels like it's something that you're not sure of, possibly. We do have the pathway, and we have card number 22. So we have card number 35 and 22. So we've got 8, which is about the self. So I feel like you are on some sort of a new path of, it feels like this is, as we go down the path to the enlightenment here, this is where the transformation takes place here. This is where the transition takes place. It feels like somebody here is leaving a hardship, whatever it was, what sort of relationship it was, and is moving forward to something new. There's a decision that needs to be made here, but I feel like whatever the decision is, I feel like, you know, we got sunshine and blue sky, so it feels like it's, no matter what door you take here, Aries, I feel like it's going to work out for you. This is really interesting energy here. And the reason I was saying that maybe you left a relationship in the past that was really hard, no matter if it's platonic or romantic, is because of this. So we have the courthouse here. 2 and 3 is 5. We have lack at the courthouse. And then we have card number 7 with the snake. It really does feel like somebody here, it feels like something happened quickly. You didn't realize how quickly it happened. Like it feels like it happened in a moment's notice here. But this is about being stung. It's about being bitten. No, we don't always see the snake in the grass, right? It doesn't always alert us when it's close. We do have the Queen of Wands, and so somebody here has been bitten by somebody who just doesn't care that they bit you. It just feels like it's a breakup, or something broke up and it was a really hard break, like super hard. Do have a letter here. It feels like a summons, or it feels like somebody's being served. Just gonna say, let's get some tarot on it and see what else is going on here. Tell me about Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up in the tarot for Aries. I feel like it is the feminine or the masculine, whoever you are. I feel like somebody here is going on a new pathway. It's a pathway of transformation, and I feel like this is a new place for you. But I also feel like it's time for you to... I feel like you're kind of passively looking for a new connection. I don't think it's something that you need to have right now, but I feel like it's something... There is something here that it's in its infancy. I feel like you need to get some balance here. We've got card number 14, which is telling me that you need to be patient. And we do have card number 22 here, which is a 4, which is stability. Be patient for stability. It is coming here. Tell me about Aries, please. We've got the 6 of Swords. Absolutely. You are moving on from something. So wherever you were was choppy waters. Wherever you were was harsh feelings, harsh thoughts, communications, connections. We do have the Page of Cups. Again, I said, like, it does feel like it happened like that because we're seeing the snake here. It feels like we're seeing the snake. I want to say that there's somebody here, whether they are feminine or masculine, that you were very enamored with, very attracted to. It might have started out in passion. This relationship may have started out in fire. And I feel like it's shocking. It's shocking to you even that you're like, it's over. And I don't think it's anything that happened to you except for getting bit here. But I think it's something that you decided you needed to go. You needed to go, and I feel like the Page of Cups tells me that it was sort of shocking that you ended up leaving the situation because you thought that this person was the forever person, but they aren't. There's something else. There's someone else or something else here, and it could be romantic. We've got the 5 of Wands. It almost feels like you held back as long as you can. You bit your tongue as long as you could, Aries, and I feel like you're just sort of over it. You're done. It's time to go to the courthouse. We've got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you left because you weren't happy there. We've got the 6 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Cups. So it does feel like, Aries, it does feel like this is some sort of a confusing situation, I want to say. That for the longest time, I think that you were not happy the place that you were, whatever the relationship was, family, best friend, or friendship group, or love. And the 5 of Cups tells me that. This sort of tells me exactly what's happening here, that you weren't happy. And so you decided that you could no longer live in the choppy waters. It's time to go to a calmer place. It feels like it feels like this was a karmic relationship, I want to say. This karmic relationship was meant to teach you things. So I think that with the 6 of Swords in the boat, it feels like you just took what you could with you, the lessons. I feel that you didn't want to forget, and I think that you're on your way, honestly. And if I feel like this is something you're thinking about this week, but I feel like it's going to appear next week. And I feel like it's going to happen in a moment's notice because of the Page of Cups, and the Asp is here as well. So I feel it's confusing and overwhelming. And I think that you sat there for quite some time wondering, should I say something? Should I say something or not? it almost feels like somebody was cheated on or found out somebody was speaking with someone else if you're in this love relationship, because the Queen of Wands for me on this card tells me that somebody here, it was like, I bit you. It was like that. And the Queen of Wands is here. And I do see that the Queen of Wands sometimes as being the other person or someone on the outside. So it feels like somebody here was hurt. Yeah. And it's time to go. But it does feel like you have some sort of a legal tie to this person. So it either could be that you're married, or maybe that you live together, or that maybe you have a business with this person. It feels like something needs to be settled legally here. Tell me more about this. We do have the moon energy here. So I really do feel with the moon energy that I feel that you thought things were going to work out. Things are not as they seem. It didn't feel great, but you're like, oh, we've been in this place before, or I can make it work out. This is my best friend, or this is my sister, or my brother, or my mother. And I feel like it's going to work itself out. It's like you kind of just left it, I feel, on the back burner, hoping it would work itself out. But I think it got you to a place of where you felt imprisoned in the mind, where you felt like you couldn't say what you wanted to say, couldn't do what you wanted to do here. We do have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. See, that's what's at stake, right? And so that's why I think that with the Five of Wands, which is I feel like there's competition in our relationship, but also I'm holding back. It's an indecision, which is also, I feel like the indecision came because of the overwhelm of, I'm not really sure what to do at this point. Do I want it to end? Do I want it to work itself out? I feel like for a long time you sat in the Four of Pentacles, possibly just sort of holding on to things really tight because feeling like the universe isn't bringing anything else for you. It does feel like this is a relationship now that I look at it, like a love relationship because of the Four of Wands. But the Four of Wands can also be soulmate connection. So it doesn't have to be marriage or engagement, but it does feel like it is that. It does feel like that energy as well as maybe being a soulmate energy. But it does feel like there is it's left you being the wounded warrior because the 5 and the 4 is 9. I feel like you did want victory. You did want this to work out. I feel like you worked as hard as you could at it, but I feel like eventually you just realized that you were just too sad to stay where you were. Yeah. Too sad to stay where you were. And it had you trapped in the mind here. You felt like your hands were tied and you couldn't do anything, but we do have the Page of Cups here. And so the Page of Cups to me is surprising or shocking. And I feel like it's the Six of Wands tells me you're surprised or shocked that somebody was getting attention from somebody else. That's what caused this here. Tell me about the Page of Cups, please. We've got the Star in the reverse. You lost hope. As soon as you figured out that somebody here was giving attention or getting attention from somebody else here, you started to lose hope. Because I feel it was sort of shocking or surprising that this person would carry on behind your back. You didn't think that they were that kind of person. And we do have the Two of Swords. You ended up at a crossroads, right? And then we have the King of Pentacles. There it is. That's why we're at the courthouse. Because I do feel like there are two people here who, the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles can make a lot of money together. This person's very driven. They're very entrepreneurial. The King of Pentacles is a person who knows about money, knows about finances, who's very good with their money. So I do feel like here I'm talking about a situation here where somebody is entangled, enmeshed in a financial situation with somebody. Now, I don't know if there's nothing here that indicates whether it's marriage or just living together, but it definitely could be living together or engagement. I guess it doesn't indicate here that it's marriage, but it's something that has to be settled at the courthouse because I feel like it is financial for you, Aries. It feels like you began to lose hope when you realize the shocking information came to light here about somebody who is getting more attention. I think you really wanted to hold on to the relationship. You were trying as best as you could to hold on to the relationship. But I feel like inevitably here that you're on some sort of a new path, that you're on a new path here. I feel like this karmic situation is something that I think it was supposed to teach you something, and it was supposed to put you on a new path here. Yeah, you were in a really dark place in this relationship. You were in a really dark place. It was time to go, friend. And if you haven't gone yet, I think that you will. Feels like you're going to be contacting someone, or maybe the letter is the summons from the court. It could be that as well. Yeah, unexpected income. So it does feel like we're separating assets, or we're getting into the place where we're going to the courthouse, separating assets here. I feel like it does feel like it's somebody here who was getting attention from somebody else. I do feel that there is new love, I want to say, for you. And I don't mean to just skippity-doo over all of the hardship, but I'm just looking at the child and the swans here, because swans do mate for life. This is a passive energy. This is not someone who's pursuing you. This is something that remained in its stage of infancy. It's almost as if you began something with someone and then turned away and went to this other karmic relationship. And this other karmic relationship, I feel, is over. And so I feel like this is still here. This is still viable. Tell me about this. We've got the Three of Swords. So there has been heartbreak here. I feel like when you took a left or a right and you went for the karmic relationship, somebody here was really sad, really heartbroken. I don't feel that they've ever lost their feelings for you here. I think that you pushed them to the outside looking in, or maybe they pushed you out. Take it as it resonates for you, Aries. We do have the Knight of Swords. Wow, this tells a story, doesn't it? We have heartbreak, and I pushed you to the outside looking in. We're not talking, we're separate, but it's time for us to say something. That's Gemini energy. It's coming in really quickly. Somebody is about to just lay it all on the line here about how they feel. About how they feel about a person. But I feel like it's after all of this stuff is done here, that this relationship, once it's over, we've gone to the courthouse, once we're done hurting each other, it feels like there is something here that is ending here. Why did you stay so long? Because we do have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, and they all point to the fact that you just stayed. You stayed so long. And I think it was because of the passion, possibly. Got the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you didn't have notification from the universe. It's like the universe was sneaking up on you here, creating change. Like the Wheel of Fortune is here and everything is moving and changing here. And I feel like you're about to invest in someone else in the future here. Of course, it's not, the near future, but I feel like there is somebody else here who I feel gave you a lot of love and attention, emotional stuff. Somebody who's really deep, someone you're really still very connected to in a psychic or empathic sort of way. I feel like you will end up eventually investing in another relationship with possibly Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, maybe Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Sagittarius. But everything is changing. That's what it is. The Wheel of Fortune is here for you, Aries. Everything is changing and you couldn't stop it. Because you can't stop the Wheel of Fortune. You need to, the universe is like, it's now divine timing for you to find this deep love. It feels like there is some sort of relationship that's brewing here that's going to start in hearts, like it's going to start in emotions and cups and deep connection. It's not going to start in fire. I really do believe that this relationship that you were in, this karmic relationship, started in fire. You could be dealing with Cancer or Pisces, possibly, or maybe Leo. But Leo, this energy of Leo and the Six of Wands tells me that this person was probably getting a lot of attention from a lot of people. And I think that you knew that, but you thought that this person wouldn't pay attention to them if they were with you because you're the King of Pentacles. And I feel like this person is, the person that you were with, I feel is somebody who, they were probably the Queen of Wands. So maybe somebody who is fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It doesn't have to be, because any sign can act out this way. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but take it as it resonates for you. I'm just going to leave this right here. Look at that, Two of Cups. There is new love here. And look at this. Gosh, we've got the King and the Queen of Cups, right? And I feel like it's you that's the King of Cups. I feel like you could have a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer placement. You don't have to. But I feel like you're somebody who's learned to be hardened on the surface because people keep hurting you over and over because you're the wounded warrior. There still is love in the future. I'm just going to say it's right here. And I think that we've got a soulmate energy that's coming in here. And I think you know who I'm already talking about, because I think that you made a decision based on money, based on somebody who you thought would help you make money or push you forward in money, or this person attached themselves to you because of money. It's because of the Pentacle world stuff. And I think in the end, it bites you in the ass, honestly. That's what it looks like here. We've got the Four of Cups. So it tells me the energy that you're in the week ahead is probably an energy of trying to get your emotional stability, because we do have the Seven of Cups here. And it tells me that you're kind of all over the place with your energy because of this shock. It feels like a shock or a realization or a surprise that your thought pattern is, I can't do this anymore. It's got to go here. We got to go to the courthouse. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much, Aries, for being here. And I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. And I'm out. Bye-bye.